हमने देखा, हमने पाया, भोला भगवान।
कितना मीठा, कितना प्यारा, शिव भोला भगवान।
सिखिलते मीठे मीठे बच्चे,
शिव भोला भगवान।
सफल राज्य अधिकारी की निशानी है वो सदा अपने पुरुषार्थ से और साथ साथ जो भी संबंध संपर्क में आने वाले आत्माएं वो भी उस सफल आत्मा से सदा संतुष्ट होगी और सदा दिल से उस आत्मा के प्रति शुक्रिया निकलता है। सदा सर्व के दिल के साज से वाह वाह के गीत बजते रहे। सदा उसके कानों में सर्व द्वारा ये संगीत वाह वाह का शुक्रिया का सुनाई दे। ये गीत ऑटोमेटिक है, इसके लिए टेप रिकॉर्ड बजाना नहीं पड़ता। इसमें तो थक जाते हो ना, देखो सुनने के लिए ये हेडफोन्स भी लगाते हो तो थक जाते हो ना। इसके लिए कोई साधनों की आवश्यकता नहीं। ये अनाहत गीत है। तो ऐसे सफल राज्य अधिकारी बने हो, क्योंकि आपके सफल राज्य अधिकारी भविष्य में सफलता का फल विश्व का राज प्राप्त कर। अगर संपूर्ण सफलता नहीं, कभी कैसे है, वाह, कभी 100% सफलता है और कभी सफलता है लेकिन 100% सफल नहीं। ऐसे राज्य अधिकारी आत्मा को विश्व के राज का तख्त ताज प्राप्त नहीं होता, लेकिन रॉयल फैमिली में आ जाता। बाप दादा का याद प्यार स्वीकारो।
Shanti. Avyak signals. In order to pass in the final test, increase the power to discern. In order to face obstacles, you first need the power to discern and then the power to decide. You have to decide whether something is Maya or something unreal, whether it is beneficial or damaging, whether it is temporary attainment or permanent attainment, as well as discerning. If you make the correct decision, then you automatically develop the power of tolerance. Those who have good power of discernment can never be defeated. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vyakti Parivar. So today is our first day of month of June. So new series, new day. So today's topic is creating heaven inside ourselves. So topic is truth is non-violent. By being truthful, I become full of truth. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti, everyone. Everyone is okay? Yeah, already experiencing heaven within yourself. I know it's going to be a very journey full of adventures and experiments and new experiences. But we are ready for that, right? Because we had been experiencing at Confluence Age the contrast we had what we were before Baba is coming in our lives, and then after, there is contrast. There was so much of hell-like sanskars, habits, everything, conflict in relationships. When we came to Baba, a lot of changes happen us. There's purity, there is love, there is peace. And we had been accumulating these virtues and powers for quite a long time. But now we are creating that experience about heaven within the self. And it was beautiful homework for this today. And that homework was that to naturally to give and to rule. So whole day I really had a good natural time that anything I look around, because there are two types of nature. One nature is elements and one nature is human nature. Actually, human nature is called swabhav. That means what are my feelings? And based on the feeling is one's nature or sanskars emerge. Like you feel you something about someone, then those sanskars emerge. But if my nature somehow is that I have to just share. In other words, when I'm giving, I have everyone in discipline. A rule could be discipline. That whether it is my body, whether it is my mind, everything is in divine, godly discipline. But I had a lot of comparison with five elements as nature. And then this eternal quality, innate quality within the nature, whether it is soul or five elements, is to give. Receiving is normal, like a tree will receive from the roots, will receive from the sunlight, will receive from breeze, sunlight, everything. But how much tree gives abundance, right? Fruits and shade and flowers and purification of air, so much oxygen. So nature gives, right? Elements give. We might not have observed that each one of us, we also have this nature to give. Because service, godly service, I think every Baba's child like to do serve, to serve. And that brings a lot of joy, a lot of happiness. So recognizing this nature of the self of giving and be orderly and disciplined. If really we connect with the self, these two are very natural qualities. Sometimes we don't look at our specialty, but we always feel a lot of joy when it comes to sharing, it comes to helping someone. So Baba was talking about that if there is a king, his child, his son will be prince, a born prince. So if I am God's child, my inheritance, and one of the most important inheritances, that my eternal qualities are like Baba. Baba lives, gives, likes to give, we like to give. Brahma Kumaris worldwide are known for giving. They always like to share, they always like to give. So we have that quality. But we have to imbibe or pay attention to another beautiful quality which we will be practicing tomorrow, is of truth. Baba always talks about be truthful to Baba. Dadi Janki left 3 words with us, and first was honesty, the truth. So, knowing one's own self as a soul, as immortal, and God's child, I become image of that truth. In soul consciousness, when I think there is truth, it's only when there is body consciousness, then because of fear, because of ego, because of many circumstances, we move away from the truth. But truth makes us completely non-violent. Yeah, it's a point to reflect on that what's the connection of truth and non-violence. And also, as much I imbibe truth, I become full of truth, a truthful person. And I think it's very comforting when there is truth. Right? Even if there is something adulterated or false or lie, deeply within there is discomfort, right? Some fear is there. But stability, feeling really good is when there is complete truth. So belonging to Baba and becoming a true child of Baba, truth can be expressed in many different ways. It could be also honesty. So I remain honest with Baba, truthful with Baba. There is a very interesting story which is used on full moon day. Baba do mention about Sat Narayan Katha, that means the story which was told. And by listening to that story, you become Narayan or deity. In that story, they say this man had come from business and had come back in a boat with lot of stuff, lot of goods. So God came in a very ordinary form as an old man. What is in your boat? He said, nothing. And he raised his hand and said, yes, there is nothing. And his boat got empty. There was nothing because he said there is nothing. So I always remember that story and say, what should I tell God? I have everything. I have lot. As much you immerse that sanskar of abundance. In Yagya, there was just little money, just enough to buy flour. But Baba never said there is nothing, right? Baba knew Bandara will be full. This is a temporary test. Right? So all the time, this whole feeling of just with honest with Baba, truthful with Baba, and let Baba fill our Bandara, golden age of abundance. Right? But in confluence age also, no? So truth, becoming complete truth is what we will take from Baba and practice in our life. And I can say 100% with my experience that just be truthful is where your golden age and abundance could be experienced at confluence age, where you can constantly also give. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om
Om Shanti, Didi. Very nice to be here with you. And nice to be here with everybody else as well. Thank you for that. I feel like you've taken us into tomorrow's Murli, really beautiful with the truth point. And I have a couple questions for you, I think more related to today's Murli, if that's okay. But I'm curious for you because, you know, this whole process is meant to be, like Baba said today, this is a deity school. I'm turning you into deities. And every day's Murli has points that shape our golden age at Sanskars. And for the team who was preparing the golden practices, it was actually challenging to look at the Murli and select, you know, the main points of the Murli and turn them into golden age at Sanskaras. And today's was naturally giving, naturally ruling, which you've spoken so beautifully about. I'm just wondering, for you, what was it like? Is this a new practice for you? Because for me, it's a new practice to listen to the Murli and maybe not be in confluence aged mindset, but try to feel the golden age at Sanskara and then practice it throughout the day. It's new for me, but what was it like for you?
See, when we say golden aged sanskars, so first there are, like when I listen to Baba, the feelings I have, then it's emerging. Because how do I know that these are golden aged sanskar when I'm transforming? It is only really when I, like when Baba was saying that when you serve, you are happy, or Baba was talking about inheritance and gave a very beautiful example of a prince king. So how I become the master, when I am the master, and sanskars of being master is golden age sanskar. That means I am not subservient, I am not dependent, but so inheritance gives lot of intoxication, and becoming deity or golden age is my inheritance. So word inheritance really stayed with me whole day, and I just naturally also felt that connecting with same thing of change and rule, and um, it was so natural all day. And I did feel that in golden age we don't have to make efforts for anything. It's such a natural life. So even if we have to do what we have to as surveys or different kinds of programs or our whole day, whatever we have to do, but in our natural feelings were very heavenly. It's like, how to explain that, was very natural, happy, mind was very peaceful, calm, and everything was flowing in a very, very natural way. So I'm just thinking how the golden age will be like. Sanskars is one thing, but what will be my experience? And I did feel certain times like, I am in golden age. These must be the nature, the feelings in the golden age. And that's what I felt today.
Mhm. That's beautiful, because what I hear you saying is that to be natural is golden aged. So to be thinking about these sanskaras I need to develop is still quite confluence aged, which is fine. We're in school still, that's okay. But catching the feeling of being natural feels very golden aged as you describe it. So you were there, and it's easy for you to be natural.
Mm-hmm.
In a golden aged way.
We are quite a large group in Peace Village now, and it had been few days, and there are another few days. And the way everything is going on, in the sense of, I think those who are here, what we're receiving from nature every few hours. Sometimes it's clouds, then it rains, then it's heat, then it's sun. But everyone is feeling as if they are in golden age. And, you know, the way yesterday it was described was uh, natural, right? And when they say natural was really for nature, but it was more for the self, right? My nature should be of giving. So everything is moving in a loving, smoothly, cooperative. So the words do come out of people's mouth. It's like heaven here. It's like paradise. So I think that feelings of happiness, contentment, natural, I think. I have a group from Colombia sitting here today in front of me. What you all think? Yeah, you feel golden age sanskars emerging here? Yes.
One of the things that Baba talked about today was we have to be wise, and he makes us wise like him. And, when I think of our golden age experience, I feel like we're very innocent. So what happens to all that wisdom?
See, wise people are always innocent because they don't show the ego of their intellect. I remember that for must be many when I as a young person used to go on a stage and I had to talk. And a lot of people will look at me and think, what she knows, she looks so innocent. And then, as you all know, only Brahma Kumaris don't take notes in the hand. And I will talk for 45 minutes without looking at points and also making sense of what is being told and spoken. People were amazed and they will say, how can that be? So I think that wise people, because there is no ego and they don't want to intellectually manipulate and intellectually say things, but it's coming from their experience and their wisdom. So I think that innocence and wisdom go together, and innocence is the expression of wisdom. Like Baba is Bholanath, Baba is called Lord of Innocent, and he is also wise, ocean of knowledge, but Lord of Innocent, right? So when you have true knowledge, and it's really true, that's what you are, then there is innocence, right? Because there is no intellectual, as I said, the vibrations of ego. They're like people are using intellect, or are they using their deeper sense of understanding? And that's the wisdom. Right?
So all this wisdom we're accumulating will turn into innocence. Wow.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
Deities know, if you look at their temples, idols, they just look innocent and divine.
They do.
And very cheerful.
Yeah.
And there's no sign. So wisdom becomes like that's what you are, right? But the expression is of innocence. And I remember one time we had a guest from Israel, and they came for a program but stayed on to meet. Baba had to come. We avoided that he won't understand, but he just wanted to sit. And then he said, I knew he's God, because he didn't want to know anything. So he knows everything. Baba is ocean of knowledge. And his definition of God was that God looks very innocent because he knows everything, but he doesn't want to know anything. So ocean of knowledge, but on other side, Bholanath, Lord of Innocent also. So those who have kind of understanding and recognition of God, they are able to see his innocence also. So same must be with us.
That's beautiful. And, he said he tells us all of this again and again and again because he's fulfilling all those unfulfilled desires on the path of devotion. It felt like he was filling me up where the gaps and cracks of devotion were left gaps and cracks in my understanding. Somehow he was filling that today. So that was part of the wisdom. Was it? What are those desires he was fulfilling in me?
Like want to have success, want to have victory, or even for some devotees, they want to have vision of God. And there are different kind of subtle desires are there.
Okay.
But when Baba comes, he says, I fulfill all the pure wishes, and that's something Baba defines, pure desires we have. I think we all had different desires. Like for me, God, I want God as guide in my life. And then I used to think and look at God as a guide. And when I met Baba, I learned about God, and I know that yes, he is true guide, but his guidance is path of knowledge. So understanding that path of knowledge, then the study begins, and we are students for so many years, like since childhood. So I think everyone, all of us have different desires from path of bhakti, devotion. So when Baba comes, all our pure desires are fulfilled. So if people ask us now, do you want anything? You need anything? I always say, I don't know. we are all full,
One of the other things Baba talked about was this eyes, the connection with the eyes, and how this is the only time we meet with the eyes, and that we understand with the signal everything. And that felt to me like the training for golden age, that in the golden age, it's all just through the eyes. It's all just signals.
Because in close relationship, there are just communication is really through eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Because we understand the signals through the eyes. We don't have to say, no, like if you have guests and there is a family and you want to serve something, then everything is ready. You just not through eyes, you say, bring it. You don't even use hand and they bring it, right? So I think that there is this language of signals through the eyes is also sign of that close relationship we will have in golden age with each other. And also now at confluence age, more we are spiritually close to each other. We just understand the signals of everything, right?
Mm-hmm. And in a way, our relationship with Baba, staying in Baba's eyes, staying in Baba's drishti, is actually creating that capacity in me to be just so subtle with the eyes and understand everything through the eyes.
And also constantly feeling Baba's drishti on me,
Mm-hmm.
so that I stay in that. Like, some children don't like to be in the eyes of parents. They want to disappear and be independent. And here also there might be some, but remaining eye really means you have to be disciplined, right? You have
Mm-hmm.
to follow accurately.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, our aim is for me, that Baba's drishti should stay on me, and I don't mind him disciplining or guiding and correcting whatever it is.
Mm-hmm. How close does the golden age feel for you?
I think a part of golden age has started for me. I
Mm-hmm.
don't see it's coming. I feel it's there for me because we are in golden age. I don't know if you look at the worries and the problems and negative thinking and insecurity, we don't have, right, all that. Maybe 1% some, but basically we are so carefree. We are free from sorrow. And this is golden age. We are in golden age, and enjoying the inheritance of God at this time. And then, of course, now everyone should be happy in golden age. Now that is different chapter of transition. But I feel that we are in heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Inheritance is at confluence age, right? Not. It's very nice. Baba said, "What I have in confluence age and what I will have in future. Future will be just status in golden age." Today Baba was talking about that status is for future, but inheritance is for now. So I think if we feel it, see it inside, and if you ask anyone in the world, richest person, highest status, do you worry? No one will raise hand that they don't worry. But Baba's children, do we worry? No, we don't worry. We have trust, we have faith. And some of these qualities we will be carrying with us, or emerging in us. See both ways. Certain things I am creating, certain are being emerged. So what is emerging in us really is very, very heavenly qualities. And then of course, not just sanskars, but the whole experience of life is that we are at confluence age, iron age, but in heaven. Our lives under Baba's guidance, Baba's canopy is like heaven. Yeah, agree. Some of you agree. Yeah.
I like it very much. It's like enjoy the inheritance now. And that's what will feel very natural, golden. Really lovely.
who will have such life as we have?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Baba's children are here for 10 days. They don't have to do anything, right? Don't have concern. They are just, so where are we? In heaven, right? And at
So
least
this-
for me, wherever I go, I just make it like very heavenly, very loving and caring and supportive, and presence of Baba there. In heaven, there won't be Baba there, right?
So I think we have officially inaugurated the final chapter of the Confluence Age is golden.
Yes. If you all agree, we can declare.
Yes, I think we should just inaugurate it right now. Now it's golden. That's wonderful. Thank you, Didi. Thank you so much for answering
you.
those questions.
Thank you. Thank you for chat.
Om Shanti. So this is a wonderful opportunity to speak with Didi. And I confess, we're doing yesterday and tomorrow and today, so it's kind of treacle-darshi. So Didi spoke a little bit about tomorrow's Murli already, about truthful. And I think that Bhumi's going to show the golden practice for tomorrow, which means it's kind of like a sneak preview of tomorrow's Murli, because when you read tomorrow's Murli, this is what it's all about. So the theme, the truth is non-violent, and by being truthful, I become full of truth. So tomorrow, our golden age of practice will be, I am truthful, and I am one with myself. By seeing nothing of contrast and experiencing only happiness and great comfort. So tomorrow, the focus of your practice is on just experiencing yourself to be truthful, full of truth, and one with yourself. Not see any contrast, only happiness and great comfort. So that's the practice for tomorrow. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, everyone. So wonderful start with our new series, right? Did you all enjoy the new topic and new way of sharing, right? And thank you so much, Sister Judy was bringing for such a beautiful practice for us and taking us into this beautiful journey. So we have inaugurated our heaven here, right? So let's move forward together. So we are not done yet, as I said yesterday also. So every day we will take you all to our sweet home, Madhuban, right? So for that, that's our Avyakti journey. So I would like to welcome Avyakti journey. Welcome to Avyakti journey, the forest of honey, Madhuban, where heaven begins, right?
पहुँचे हम मधुबन तो देखा अनोखा चमन। पहुँचे हम मधुबन तो देखा अनोखा चमन, जिसमें खुशबू रूहानी थी प्यारी। देखा माली अपने गुलशन में, ओ एक बाबा मिले मधुबन में। शिव बाबा मिले उनके तन में, एक बाबा मिले मधुबन में। शिव बाबा मिले उनके तन में।
प्रभु इशारे आओ मेरे लाडलो पुकारे बाहों में मेरी आकर समाओ मेरे ही जैसा स्वरूप धारो उनके ही संग में रूहानी रंग में रंग के चलेंगे लगी लगन मिला वतन का खुला निमंत्रण चलो मनाने प्रभु मिलन
मधुबन देख के बाबा याद तुम्हारी आती है तेरी कर्म भूमि बाबा याद तुम्हारी दिलाती है
So we saw our first place where when Baba shifted with 300 Baba's children to Mount Abu. So that's where the bridge Koti was the place where they moved for a few years, and then they came to Pandav Bhavan. The Pandav Bhavan was bought, and that time it was very different actually. But anyway, but what our aim is that we want to show you the Madhuban which is at present, how it is now, right? So this is just the beginning. We just saw the Naki Lake and Baba's Rock. Little by little, we'll go into the little corners of Madhuban, right? All right. Thank you so much to Hola Vyakti team. This was a beautiful experience giving to Hola Vyakti Parivar. I'm sure you all enjoyed, right?
Good night, everyone. Om Shanti. Good night.